Everyone online has a different recommendation for the perfect staff length. I'm going to give you my best recommendations based off of years of helping hundreds of people choose their staves, as well as flowing with these staves myself. My name is Momo from Bonobo Flow, and today we're going to cover dragon staff, contact staff, spin staff, and double staves. The gold standard for dragon staff is chin height, or maybe even slightly shorter. This gives you a good balance of grip area as well as floor clearance. Some people like to use longer than chin height staves. The biggest advantage to this is it might make horizontal flow easier and you'll have even more usable grip area. This can be good if you stick to horizontal plane, but if you get into vertical plane, this can cause you to clip the floor more often. So for example, I like to do this body roll in a deep lunge, and as you can see, I'm almost an inch off the ground. So if I were to choose anything above chin height, I would definitely be clipping the ground. I actually even prefer a couple inches shorter than chin height just to account for any moves I'm doing in those deep lunge stances. Now there are some exceptions to this rule. A partner dragon staff is usually between 67 to 72 inches because two people are using the staff at once. Me and my partner actually still use my dragon staff for partner dragon, but if we had an extra 3 or 4 inches, it could be helpful to have a little bit more usable grip area. The second exception is a pixie dragon. These are anywhere from 40 to 50 inches long usually. They're great for single arm flow, or if you're doing double dragon staff. It becomes very preference based at that point, but that's the only time I would recommend going that much shorter. The third exception is any dragon staff that has an end wick, so the spokes would be lower, or sometimes it's an end LED with the spokes coming out of here. Because the spokes are a lot lower on the dragon, it reduces the usable amount of grip area. So I usually would recommend at minimum chin height, if not closer to maybe even your nose height. That will allow you to still do some dragon staff moves in some lower stances. I don't personally love how these types of dragon staffs flow, but I do think they look great for performance. I would just recommend getting a longer dragon staff if you have end wicks. Contact staffs are generally sized very similarly. I would say from chin height to maybe up to your chest height. This gives you a good balance of grip area as well as floor clearance, so you can still add some staff spinning into your flow. For most beginners, I would recommend sticking to that length. Once you get a little bit deeper into it, there might be some specific moves where I actually prefer a staff that is quite a bit shorter than chin height. My main contact staffs are actually even lower than chest height. This gives me good clearance when I'm in my deep stances to not hit the ground. And it also gives me a little bit of extra room when I'm doing underarm movements like that when I do switch to contact. And if you're doing double contact staff, I just find them to be a lot more maneuverable at this length. For spin staffs, since we're not really worried about contact as much, we want to keep the length a good amount shorter so that we can focus on faster spinning and floor clearance. I can't find my spin staff, so I'm showing you this with my short contact staff. Similar to what we were saying with both dragon and contact, we just want to find a length where it's not clipping the ground. The most common lengths you'll see are anywhere between 35 to 55 inches. And for fire staff specifically, you usually get them in about the same length as this staff, which is about 55 inches. Shorter staffs are lighter, they're more maneuverable, and allow you to do spins and weaves without clipping the ground. Double staffs are usually between 26 to 36 inches. The biggest thing we want to think about is not clipping our face or burning it when we're spinning towards ourselves. For in the instance of caps, you can see these are perfectly sized so that they're not too close to my face. One caveat to this is fire doubles can be very spicy. They're generally not sized shorter than about 32 inches, even if technically you might need them to be shorter than that because of your height. I would definitely recommend fire gloves regardless of the size of double staff you have. Even at 37 inches, these staffs are still pretty spicy for me. An easy way to find the perfect length of doubles that you need is to go to a hardware store and buy a wood dowel that's about 36 inches long or 3 feet, which should be pretty easy to find. Mark the center and spin them towards your face and just keep cutting an inch off and remarking the center until you find what the ideal length would be for you. A quick summary. Dragon staff should be between chin height to upper chest height. Dragon staff with end wick should be slightly longer to account for the loss of usable grip area. Partner dragons are found between 67 to 72 inches, and pixie dragons are found between 40 to 50 inches. For contact staff, we also recommend somewhere between chin height and upper chest height if you're a beginner, and once you have more preferences as you evolve, you might want to go even shorter than that. Spin staffs are about 35 to 55 inches, with the main goal being not hitting the floor when you're doing faster spins and to account for a lighter staff so you can go as fast as possible. Double staffs are about 26 to 36 inches, with 32 inches being a pretty common size, especially for fire doubles so you don't burn your hands, and we highly recommend using gloves in that scenario. Thank you for watching this video. If you found the content useful, please like, comment, subscribe, and follow us for more content. We have a ton of resources on our website as well as channel that cover a wide range of flow arts topics. Have a great day.